Hello friends, once again I am here with an interesting topic on successful marriage. We all know what is love marriage, we all know what is arranged marriage, and we are going to see what is this successful marriage. So I am sure this will be very interesting to the youth who are going to get married in the near future, and parents with son or daughter who are due for the marriage, and friends, well-wishers of these people who are due for the marriage. And let us get into the thing. We are going to discuss on arranged marriage and love marriage. We are going to discuss about management versus marriage, and we are going to discuss media impact, movies impact on the marriage, and some tips to the youth and parents. So we'll do this with the zero emotions and logic, right? So when I say zero emotions, my emotions should be zero when someone plans their marriage or perform their marriage. It is because marriage is not just 1 or 2 days event. It is an event, definitely. But this event is the foundation stone for the next 30 or 40 or 50 years married life. So anything we go for emotions and not planned well, and there is some mistake happens, it cannot be erased or it cannot be replaced, right? People say past is past and all that, but practically it doesn't happen. We all know that. And another thing, kinship. So the development of kinship, which means relations, kinship is nothing but relations, which happens twice in the life of any human being. One by birth, parents, brothers, sisters and all that. But here we do not have a choice to choose these people, right? And second time the kinship develops by virtue of marriage, where we have 100% choice. We can choose a spouse as per our taste or likes and dislikes. We can choose the in-laws family as per our ideology, and then make our life more fruitful and blissful. So when there is a choice, why not make a better choice, right? And there are two types of marriages we are saying, arranged marriage and love marriage. What I say, success of the marriage is more important than type of marriage. Arranged marriage, some people encourage, some people discourage. Love marriage, some people are excited and many people curse. And there is a third category of people who say don't get married at all. Already we are suffering, you don't get married, these people say. Yes, now let's go to the arranged marriage, how it happens. So this arranged marriage typically happens from parent to child communication. Someone tell the parent, we have somebody in our circle or in our network who is going to be a good partner for your child, son or the daughter. And the parent in turn discusses with their youth. And the marriage takes place after a couple of discussions as per the protocol and the processes. This is arranged marriage. And how love marriage happens? Youth already have somebody in their mind. They approach their parents with that idea. Parents have so many questions, some arguments, some heated discussions, brainstorming. After that, finally the marriage happens. Sometimes the marriage happens right away without all this process. Still it's called a love marriage. So the difference is arranged marriage, parent to child communication, whereas the love marriage, child to parent communication. Beyond that, hardly there is no practical difference. If it is so simple, I have a question for you friends. Why generation after generation parents and children are fighting? Parents are fighting with their youth, the son or daughter, and even the sons or daughters are fighting with parents. We see so many heartbreaking issues. Parents go for honor deaths. Children are giving heartbreak to the parents. Parents are harsh with the child. And these youth are cheating their parents. Why all these things should happen, right? I have a tip. Provided we take some precautions, have some discussions, certain points, we can avoid all these negative things. And let us look at those things. What are they? So when I say marriage in comparison with management. So recruitment is a famous management function. Particularly many HR people knows that. So in recruitment what happens? The HR or the recruiter, they already have clarity in their mind. What kind of a person they want with knowledge, skills and attitude and adjustment or learning capacity. So why not we adopt the same thing in the marriage? Why don't we look for a person with the suitability, compatibility and maturity? So suitability is some basic likes and dislikes matching, age difference matching and more important, health. some health issues which we cannot neglect before getting married, because these things they carry to the next generation also, so we have to be careful enough. And then compatibility, the matching of ideology and opinions of both the youth, mean bride and the bridegroom. And finally the maturity. Why maturity is required is when suitability fails, when compatibility doesn't help, this maturity comes into picture and keep them strong. Maturity is nothing but acceptance of other person along with his merits and demerits. So when times are not so good, when times are rough, the maturity plays a great role. That's the reason maturity also should be checked before the marriage itself. And how this happens? So the boy and girl who are going to get married, they can sit and discuss and self-check themselves, or they can take the help of parents, either or both the sides. And once all these points are discussed, my dear friends, the marriage is going to be 100% successful, I guarantee you. Let it be arranged marriage or love marriage. Let us discuss these things step by step. I assure you the marriage is going to be fruitful and successful. But the moment we want to be rational, the moment we want to be logical, there is an enemy. And who is that enemy? Movies. Yes, the movies. So you see, most of the movies, what they have? They have a love track. Father doesn't agree, or the villain doesn't agree, something he will do. There are some twists, there are some songs, there is some action scenes. Finally the marriage happens. And then the movie ends with a great caption, and they lived happily forever. In Telugu movies also they show Subham card, means movie ends happily. But do you think so, dear friends? Actual movie starts only after the marriage, right? There are challenges, there are gaps in the expectations, there are adjustment issues, and all these things no mainstream movie is going to discuss. So please don't have movies impact in your planning of the marriage. Another thing, have you ever seen a star hero or a great director jumping into a blind marriage, either for himself or even for his daughter or son? The answer is no. They do thorough planning, they have so many discussions, and they confirm, reconfirm so many things. In one word, if I have to say, they plan a holistic future post-marriage, personal well-being, even the career graph, and then only they get into the marriage bondage, which is quite opposite to what they show on the silver screen. So why you want to get into the fold of these people? So plan your event successfully, enjoy the successful time post-marriage. And why we have to do it? No, if you don't plan your success, your enemy plans your failure. And here the enemy is nothing but movies. And another thing, when it is time for marriage, or when the preparations are happening for marriage, keep certain things aside. So what are these things? Unwanted egos on either side, and unwanted emotions. Because once emotion is there, there is no scope for logic. And then prestiges. Never go for unwanted prestige. And pressures from different walks. Keep all these things aside. Have the cool plan in mind and then jump into the marriage. And for youth, I have to tell you something. Don't be in a hurry to jump into love or even a marriage. For example, if you go to college, focus on getting the degree. If you go to workplace, focus on career. By the way, don't fall into love, or by the way, don't think of marriage. Marriage is not such a thing which you can do by the way. Please give uninterrupted attention, 100% time and complete focus to the marriage. Don't treat it like a by the way thing. So my dear friends, once you give such an importance to the marriage is going to be definitely blissful. By chance, if you come across somebody at your workplace or even at your university or college, no problem, bring the matter to your parents, share with them black and white what is the background, get their opinion, reach consensus, and then get them married. Nothing wrong. Life of you is going to be fruitful after the marriage. And marriage is not a one-day event. Marriage is a planning of two people future. So my dear friends, plan your marriage well, enjoy the fruits of your post married life. All the best. Thank you.